Hello guys, in this tutorial we'll learn about file handling in Python with the help of few examples. What is file handling? Python 2 supports file handling and allows users to handle files, that is to read and write files along with many other file handling options to operate on files. The concept of the file handling has stretched over various other languages, but the implementation is either complicated or lengthy. But unlike other concepts of Python, this concept here is also easy and short. Python treats files directly as text or binary, and this is important. Each line of code includes a sequence of characters and they form text file. Each line of a file is terminated with a special character called the EOL or end of line characters like comma or new line character. It ends the current line and tells the interpreter a new one has begun. Alright, working of open function. We use open function in Python to open a file in read or write mode. To return a file object, we use open function along with two arguments that accepts file name and the mode, whether to read or write. So the syntax is open file name comma mode. There are different kinds of modes that Python provides and how file can be opened. So we have R for reading mode, W for writing mode, A for append, and R plus for both reading and writing. Right. One must keep in mind that the mode argument is not mandatory. If not passed, then Python will assume it to be R by default, reading mode by default. Let's look at this program and try to analyze how to read mode works. Right. Let's get into our Jupyter notebook and we'll start working on that. Now we are with file handling. Right. A file named file will be opened with the reading mode. Right. File is equal to open file.txt. File.txt. And I'll use R. And next line. So this will print every line one by one in the file. For each in file, print each. This open command will open the file in the read mode and the loop and for loop will print each line present in the file. Now let's execute this code and see what will happen. So we have an error here. Error, no such file or directory file.txt. So we don't have file.txt file in our directory. So we have python.txt. What we do is, so we rename that to, we have python.txt. So we'll rename this as a python.txt. Now I'll execute this code. So we have a text of that file. Let's see what text we have in that file. So we have hello testing 1 2 3 4 5. So we basically we have 6 line, 7 line of the code. 6 line is empty. Let's see what we have in our thing. So we have 7 line of code and 6 line is empty. Right. Now working of read mode. There is more than one way to read a file in Python. If you need to extract a string that contains all characters in the file, then we can use file.read. Let's see an example. File is equal to open. So we have python.txt, comma, r print file.read, open close. Let's execute this code and see what will happen. Sorry, spelling mistake. Print. Let's execute. So what we have here is by mistake I've entered this. Right. Now we have the same thing here. What do we have? File.read. In our previous code, what we have used here. So if we double click this, it will minimize the result. Okay. So here what we have, we used for loop. But here I haven't used a for loop. Directly I used file. This is file. So I use the read function. Right. Another way to read a file is to call a certain number of characters. The interpreter will read the first 5 characters of a store data and return it as a string. Let's see. Python go to straight read mode. File is equal to open python.txt and we are on read mode, and now print file.read. So I'm giving number 5. So we have the first 5 characters. Let's see what we have. The first 5 characters is this. So let's imagine what we need: 1 2 3 4 5. So what I do is I'll change from 5 to 10. Let's see what we have. So we have first 10 characters. This is how we can illustrate read mode. Right. Now we'll move to creating file using write mode. Write mode. So let's try to create a file so that we can understand. Let's get into the code and start coding. Python code to create a file. File is equal to open python.txt, comma. So I use W, write mode, file.write. This is the write command. File.write. I'll move it up. File.write, and it allows us to write in a particular file. Now file.close, open close brackets. The close command terminates all the resources in use and freeze the system of this particular program. Let's execute this code and see what will happen. So the code has been executed. Let's check this out with the code. This is write command, right? What we have written in this is the write command and allows us to write in a particular file. This is P. I'll rerun this code and I'll rerun this code again, and thing has been changed. Right. This is how we use the write mode. Now we'll move to next topic, working with append mode. Let's see how append mode works in Python code. Let's open a again navigator, append mode. File is equal to open python.txt is append is a mode and file dot write. This will add this line, file dot close, open close. Let's execute this code and see what will happen. So now I'll open the file from here and see this is the write command. It allows us to write in a particular file. This will add this line. So now you can see it here. The new line has been added. So this part. Now I'll add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after this line. After this line, I'll delete this. I'll add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll add 2 stars as well. Right. I'll execute this code. Now I'll open the python.txt. Now you can see that the text has been added to the previous text, not like before. In write mode, what will happen? The previous text will be removed and the new text will be added. But in append mode, previous text will be there and plus the new text will be added to the file. So it is designed to provide much cleaner syntax and exceptions handling when you are working with code. That explains why it's good practice to use them with a statement where applicable. This is helpful because using this method, any files open will be closed automatically after one is done. So auto cleanup, right? Now we'll see how we use write mode along with function. Write mode along with function. Right. Let's Python code to straight with along with write mode. Right. With open python.txt comma w as f dot write write hello world. Now I'll execute this code. Now we need to check what happened to this file. So the previous text has been removed because we have used the write mode and the new text has been added. Hope this is clear. Now we'll move to the next topic. split using file handling. We can also split lines using file handling in Python. This splits the variable when space is encountered. You can also split using any characters as we wish. We will try an example. We'll go back to Jupyter Note and start coding. Python go to straight split function with open python.txt comma r as file data is equal to file dot read lines for line in data word is equal to line dot split print word. Now I'll execute this code. So what we have, hello world. So we have data of hello world. So it splitted the words wherever it finds the space. Now you can see it, hello is has been splitted. So there are also various other functions that help to manipulate the files and its contents. One can explore various other functions in Python docs. Hope you guys had good fun with this session of file handling. If you have any doubts, feel free to contact me. Thanks for the day. So we'll join in our next session. Take care. Okay, bye bye.